you have to be excited about today, right?
Just really excited. You know, this young guy has paid his dues and wasn't born on third base and thinks he hit a triple. He had to go every single level of this business to get to his dream job. Great understanding of this university and of the city of New Orleans, the talent base that's in the city, and I think he's going to do well.
What advice would you give him?
Recruit, and find players that don't belong in the Southland Conference. Find guys that belong in the SEC, and you will win. And that's easier said than done. I think his work ethic is going to take care of that. Staffing will take care of that. And in today's new world of the NIL, that's the part of the puzzle that has to be figured out.
Got to have that collective, right?
Yeah, you do. And you know, guys coming to a place just because they love it, that's really not what's happening right now. Guys leaving for those reasons is what's happening. And you know, I wish him well because I think he's got a great belief system in how to coach when you win a national title. He's got a great belief system in the talent base in the city of New Orleans, and I think that he understands that he's got to have players that can play beyond where he is because that's what he did at Loyola. He had a guy that went to Marquette. He had a guy that went to Ole Miss, and I think he'll try to do the same thing here.
When you look at the local scene, you were able to get guys who were very good players, who were a level maybe above what you were coaching at the time to come here.
Right.
Is that possible in the New Orleans area again?
Well, it is. I think that New Orleans is within 100 miles of this city. There are players, and there always have been. Our last team at UNO, 12 of the 13 guys on the team were from within 100 miles and did not have an offer. Now, those things have probably changed since then. Because of Katrina, a lot of kids have left. I understand that. But there's still players here. And I think he's always going to look here first, prior to getting on a plane and flying to Chicago and going over Slidell or Covington or one of these surrounding towns that have players.
All the payday games, how much of a problem will that be early?
It's a problem. Payday games, I did not have to do. We played home and homes with national level schools in order to try to give our recruits the idea that we're going to play Arizona, we're going to go play Virginia, we're going to go play Memphis, Florida State. I think when you're going to those places and coming back 1-8 or 0-9, your fan base looks around and says, well, they're no good this year, so I'm not coming out. And that may not be the case. But that part of the equation also has to be figured out to where you can play some people home and home. And I know that the Arizonas aren't playing New Orleans home and home anymore. It costs them money to go play. But there's going to have to be some creative scheduling concepts that are discussed and come about as well.
You walked into a really good situation here, particularly after Coach D's left, with players, fans, and you even made it better. That's not the case here now. What's it going to take for him to rebuild the fan interest, to rebuild winning? Because it's not the same as when you got here, obviously. And the university was big then; it's not as big now.
Well, and it's a professional sitting down also with the Pelicans, and that changes the equation as well. And I think that players will come if they're a part of winning, and now with the collective. That's basically what it comes down to. Fans will come if they're watching a winning product and if they can see talent and guys that are committed, that play hard, that give of themselves, that carry themselves, deport themselves in the right way. But you have to earn that. Those things aren't going to happen overnight. But I do think the third part of the equation is the media. You guys are here today. I hope you're here before their first game. I hope the Times-Picayune is covering it in the newspaper the day of a game and the day after a game, where people will discuss those things within the city and understand that it's a viable part of building a program. I know they do that in Spokane with Gonzaga. I know they do that in Cincinnati with Xavier in Cincinnati. I know they do that in Houston. So our local paper has to get involved as well.